Welcome to Short Shift Garage, and on this episode we're working on the VK Commodore. We need to change the spark plugs because the ones that are in there are fouled up, so we're going to put a hotter plug in there. Got to set the gaps. Also got some rims to test fit some rims that we have. I've got a new set, and then I've bought I've got a second-hand set. So I'm just going to go through and pull all the leads off and then rip all the plugs out so I can rotate this engine nice and easily. They should have all these little markers on them for what cylinder we're on. So that's, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, that's 3. Rip them off, remove all the plugs so I can rotate it, take these valve covers off. I'm not going to go through and reset every single lifter to the tolerance. All I want to do is get on the base circle and just make sure we don't have play. That'll just indicate that we're holding where we are. Haven't checked these since I've run it in, and it's been running I've driven it for a couple 100 k's now, so I just want to make sure that we're all about where we need to be. So if there's no play in there, we should be good. If we got play, then we'll have to go through and redo the whole lot. Rightio, all the spark plugs are out. So to take these catch can lines off, these are a bit of a pain in the ass. Just got a bit of standard hose on at the moment to my catch can. These just don't like staying in there. I've put sealant on, aviation sealant on it as well. They just pop out all the time. I do want to replace these with some AN fittings. Either get them, weld them, or you can get a tap and tap into it. Would rather weld them. So then, because as soon as I undo these and flex this line to get it off, this just flops around. So that's another thing that definitely needs to be done. So that's it. Let's put that to the side somewhere. Yeah, then we'll take, I think there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Allen key head, socket head bolts in there. Take those off. Alright, we've broken this free. Looks quite good in there. I've just got to go through now and rip the other side off. Probably just a little bit tighter to get to at the back. Yep, we'll ruin that gasket. We have to get a new one. Okay, so I've just gone through now on this cylinder, which is cylinder 3, and I've just checked the play in the push rods, just rotating the engine over. So you do the exhaust when the intake has opened and then is almost closed. You then check the exhaust for play, keep cycling it through, and when the exhaust starts to open, when the push rod moves up, you do the intake. So we've done that one, that one's fine. I'm just checking for play. I'm not setting them because obviously I set them all when I put them in. The car's not noisy, so we're just checking to make sure we don't have any excessive in there. Just since I've got these off, I need to replace the gaskets, which I'm trying to chase up. Probably going to change to a cork gasket and see how they go. So probably just going to go through now and just check the rest. It's a bit hard to film. Some down in here trying to turn it through here with the fan on. Could have probably taken the fan off to make it a bit easier. But yeah, I'm just going to go through now and check the rest. Just the same, just make sure there's no play in there, just so it's still holding its preload pretty much, which I think that they all are gonna be. It doesn't sound like it's leaking at all, but yeah, just double check it all and go from there while we're in there. So we got our spark plug So we've got our spark plug here. Going to check the gap out of the box. We want 1.1 mil. We've just got this cheap coin tool, and all you're going to do is you're just going to slot it in. Next to no resistance on it, so that's less than 0.03, so 30 thou. And what's that? 0.08. So you got the opener here. Just slide this in, and then you can use that to open it up. And then if you go too far, you can just use the back of it to push against the tab and close your gap back up. So we'll go to just before 1.1 mil. And yeah, that's where we'll set them all. Sweet, so I'll go through and do the rest. Right, my spark plugs the gaps, and we're going to go through, throw those in, throw the leads on. Gasket wires for the rocker covers. Need to replace them because this one tore. I'm going to try the cork this time. I've had the rubber leaked, sealant on it leaked. This one there, slight leak on one side. Could have been because it was a bit loose. But we're going to try the cork with no sealant on it. And go from there. They were pretty hard to get a hold of. No one local had any, so I've had to buy them online, so they're going to be a couple of days. So we'll chuck these on. Debating whether I'd clean those gasket surfaces off now and then chuck the rock covers back on there to sit, or just sit the rock cover gasket on and clean it later. It's going to be a bit of a pain to clean down behind the booster and stuff like that. You don't want any of the material dropping in. But it's a week later. Gaskets have arrived, the cork gaskets for these valve covers, so we'll rip into this. I'll just quickly do it. Rip these out, punch these holes out, and then throw them in. We'll get that done. It's going to be a tiny bit of pain, so you could just glue it in the corners so it holds it there. But we should be right. Yep. Try and get these middle ones in first. With this one here. This one. This one. So with those cork gaskets that came with the new rubber seals, didn't use these ones because mine pretty much still brand new, but this is the part number for those exact ones, JN719CK. I bought these off supplier online because I couldn't get them local. Well priced really, so that's our part number. Alrighty, we'll push this thing out. It hasn't moved out of the shed in about 6 months due to the poor weather, being wet and rainy. It's starting to get a bit nice and sunny now, so it's cruise season. So let's get this big girl back out on the road. So these are the rims we're working with. This is the brand new set. Front to a 17 by 8, back to a 15 by 8 with a 3.5 back space. These are a discontinued R5, the model is R5 Outlaw wheels. Got these dirt cheap, like I think it was 75% off per rim. The postage pretty much was more than just those two rims put together. I watched them for a while online on the website, 25% off, 50% off. I was like, oh yeah, like I should get these. I knew the backs don't fit. I know they weren't going to fit with the back spacing. That's why I didn't really want to buy it. When they come down to 75% off, I was like, it's just worth taking it, even just for the front two. So we grabbed those, and then I've also picked up these 19-inch by 8s VE SSV rims, second handies. My brother Jason gave them to me. He has a VZ Thunder and he bought some new rims. Didn't need these anymore. The gunmetal grey, really like that colour. So we'll test fit this front rim here just to see how it looks. Not going to worry about getting a tyre on it at the moment. That'll just go back in the box. I'll just test fit it and see how we go, and then we will fit these up and see how these look, and these will probably stay on. May run into a little bit of an issue at the front with the wheel bearing cap on here. If so, I'm just going to have to order some wheel spacers, maybe 5mm, 8mm, just bring it out a little bit, and that'll get it also probably away from the coilover in the front as well. But we'll get into it, get the jack out, jack this thing up, get him off, put him on for a quick look-see, and then we'll rip everyone off and start fitting these ones. And that's that rib on. Obviously it's going to look totally different once you get a tyre on there, which you kind of going to need to check fitment, but we're going to be pretty tight against the coilover there. So once we figure out what tyre I'm going to put on it when I go to fit these, probably going to have to definitely make sure we get a spacer just to bring it out a little bit. I'm going to need a 5mm spacer anyway for these other rims, at least, I think. So once we get them on, we'll be able to figure out what we're going to need. We'll get these off and we will throw the 19s on. So that's what I meant about that not fitting, because the wheel bearing cap is hitting here. pushed the car back in the shed. We're on the SSVs now. Sitting pretty low in the back, which is nice. I may have to drop the front 10mm maybe, just to lower a little bit to see how we go. Clearance is pretty tight on the inner tub. Got the front rims on with the centre cap now. I just end up putting a 5mm spacer in there. I haven't started this car in 4 months, haven't driven it in 6. So we might try and start it and see how we go. Alright, just taking it for a drive. Do like these rims, but they are going to be coming off the car. The reason why they're coming off is because these rears are rubbing on the inner guards excessively. Any little bump they rub, and then as soon as you start turning it and you load the car up a little bit on one side, it's just rubbing real bad. So I'm going to rip those off. Pretty much, like, I'll put some spacers on it, space the rim out, but I don't have enough wheel stud left, and at the moment I'm not ripping the axle out and changing the wheel stud, because ideally I'd like to put those other rims on it, but I just have to shorten the diff, and then when I do that I might as well tub it to the rail, split the tub, but that's not going to be happening for a while, so it's going to be left for now. But these rims do look quite nice on it, but I will be chucking just the stockies back on there for now. There we have it, we're back rolling the stockies. They're going to have to do for now. I don't actually mind the look of these ones, so I'm not really too phased. But yeah, that's what we're going to run for now. It is actually the next day from when I actually put the stockies back on. This morning I've been down at the Carvies and Coffee. I didn't take my GoPro, I didn't do any footage. It's the first time I've taken the car there. Other than yesterday, so I drove this yesterday and then figured out those SSVs are rubbing in the back too much to keep them on the car. But yes, that was the first time I drove this car in 6 months. First time I started in 4 months. Driving really well, which is good. I did drain the fuel out of it and put new fresh fuel in it because it had probably a quarter of a tank of 98, which sat there for 6 months, which would have been shit. So we just changed that out, chucked that in the Falcon. But other than that, she's all good. But for now, this will wrap up the video. Leave a comment on which rims you reckon look better, the stockies, the SSVs, or the Outlaw Drag R5s. And that'll be it. That'll wrap this video up. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel.